Day 622. Day rating is a 7. Got up and definitely felt drained from yesterday. Probably the biggest factor is not having that probably nutrition after a race and being in the sun so much, so I end up getting a little bit of a headache today too, which I think is just a cause of lack of nutrition, lack of hydration. But got up, walked the pup at 7 o'clock, and even by 7 it was still chilly. I went out in shorts and a t-shirt, and anytime I was in the shade I got a little bit of the shivers, and then anytime it was the sun it felt nice. So it's definitely getting colder. I was kind of telling someone, I said I was almost upset with how cold it was at 7 o'clock today, and didn't have any motivation to run today. One of the group runs was downtown, and the other one was with had ASICS show up and did a shoe demo for a carbon plated shoe and one of their other high-end shoes, and I just didn't really have an interest to drive over there for one, and then I think the motivation to run again as well. But got up, Jennifer came over, went and got coffee, and we went to the Spirit Halloween store, walked around for a bit, and then got Red Robin because it was right next door and I was hungry. And ate a bunch of fries, chatted a bit, came back, I got ready for an interview, and got to the interview, had to fill out some paperwork, took a while. I just haven't filled out the application like that in about 9 years, so trying to remember all these dates of my last 3 or 4 jobs. The address I could look up on Google, but just trying to remember the pay rate and the time frame I was there, who the supervisor was. It was a little bit much, but eventually I got it. I had I think a great interview. They seemed to like me. I seemed to like what they were there for, but they did say it was a pay cut. But there's opportunity because you're working 12-hour shifts. So you only be working 3 days a week, so you have 4 days to have another part-time job or to get overtime. So that was kind of appealing, at the time, that if you could just put in your head, just work for at least 4 days, then it works out. But if you kind of get lazy on it and you work the 3 days, and bills are going to add up pretty quick. So I'm going to take probably 4 or 5 days to think it through. Maybe if I have any more questions, email the lady that interviewed me, the woman that interviewed me, and go from there. Do a kind of pros and cons list. See which one maybe has the brighter potential down the road. And then either, I guess there's 3 options. 1, stick with what I have. 2, take this position as a behavioral therapist. Or 3, find another potential job. And I think just because I'm tired, I don't have a lot of logical rationing right now. It's just, a lot of it's just coming back to money and to not being a financial place right now, where it's just constantly like bills, where I just want to have that. Of course, that freedom's always nice, to have the vacation's nice. The new job potentially has more vacation time, more time off. There's an issue with 12-hour shifts, and then having the dog. I mean, it'd be probably closer to 13 hours because about a 30-minute drive over, 30-minute drive back. Is she going to be okay for 13 hours not going to the bathroom? So I don't want that to be an issue. I don't want her to suffer or get some kind of bladder infection because I'm not here. Whereas now it's only about 10 hours, 9 to 10 hours in between letting her out in the morning and evening. So yeah, that's it. And then caught up in Game of Thrones, caught the episode 9 and 10, which was pretty interesting. You can still see them trying to build up. I mean, obviously they have to have something to end on to get into season 2. So there's more suspense, more drama, but a couple things happen with one of the dragons I didn't expect to happen. One of the dragons ate someone. Another time I thought the dragons were one of the dragons was gonna eat someone else, and they didn't, or kind of set fire to everything, and they didn't. But again, it just got every time I thought something was gonna happen, like no, it can't happen yet. It's season 1. They gotta keep some kind of main players in there. Gotta keep ones with a lot of tension, or they could cause a lot of friction or tension. Then, yeah, it was nice. They had that, and they had a little interview with some of the actors and directors afterwards to help explain the tension and the cause for war, the need for war, and their stance on it. So informative, and gives you that extra little Easter egg of information, which was nice. But that's the day in a nutshell. Tried to relax today. I ended up taking a late nap about 5 to 6:30. I started to get a headache right when I got to the interview. I think it was just again, lack of nutrition, lack of hydration, maybe even lack of sleep. So it felt good to just kick my feet up, relax, try to have some peace and quiet, and just sprawl out on the bed and rest my body. And I'm looking forward to doing that again right now. It's 11:40, so I'm gonna call it a night. I don't know if I'm gonna try to wake up in the morning to run. I don't want to miss 2 days in a row running, but 2 days are tough to get everything done. Just they're already so busy. So we'll see where we go from here. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.